Today, let's sew with some Minky Dot Fabric. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are talking about Minky Dot Fabric. So this fabric is very soft, it's very smooth, it has a really interesting texture. So I've done a couple projects recently where I've used this for like sensory toys because of that interesting texture it has. Looking online, it looks like it can also be used in like baby items. It could be used for anything soft that you want to have a nice feel to it, and I'm going to talk today about how you can sew with it, as it's a little bit unique. So let's talk about cutting out different pieces with the fabric. So specifically because of how this fabric is, it tends to shift when you cut it. So the best way to really go about this is to use a rotary cutter and a ruler, or if you want to use scissors, you would definitely just want to pin down your pattern pieces and then very carefully cut them out. Now you can do 2 layers at a time if you feel that you've really secured your fabric, but sometimes one layer of fabric at a time is going to be a little easier, and then you'd go back and do the second piece. Also, when you're cutting, be sure that you are doing this on some sort of easy to clean area, as this fabric will get a little fuzzy. So especially as you're going through cutting out those pattern pieces, you may want to keep a lint roller or a vacuum nearby just because of the layer of fuzz that may come off. Now, once you have your pattern pieces cut out or whatever you're using this fabric for, you can go ahead and begin the process of pinning and doing that prep. Now, because it is a little bit of that slippery fabric, I would say to use either a lot of pins or use sewing clips. Now, a couple of the projects I used with this were slightly smaller, so the pins worked a lot easier, but if you're doing a bigger project, the sewing clips are really going to help hold those fabric layers together so that they do not shift. And then there is one tool that I would highly recommend using, especially if this is one of your first time sewing with Minky fabric, and that is a walking foot. So why this helps is because it feeds the fabric from the top and the bottom, so those layers are going through your machine very evenly, which will help prevent that stretching and sliding of this fabric that can be really annoying, especially when you are working with tiny layers or even big layers as well. I've just found that a walking foot helps it so much. So now, going with that idea of what we need for a sewing machine, I would highly recommend using like a 90-14 needle. So if your fabric has stretch to it, definitely use a stretch or ballpoint needle. Sometimes this Minky fabric doesn't really have any stretch to it, or at least that's what I found for a couple that I've used. So if there's no stretch, you could use that universal needle. Otherwise, if it does have stretch, use that ballpoint needle, as they're going to help glide through the fabric without snagging it. I would also recommend setting your machine length to maybe slightly a longer stitch length, around like 3. This will help it so that the stitches aren't sinking too much into the fabric, and it'll be easier in case you need to remove any of those stitches. Then as far as threads go, you could use cotton. Sometimes I have seen online that people prefer polyester thread. I normally use like a thread mix, so it's one of those like cotton poly blends, and that seems to work well for me. So now at my sewing machine, you can see I have the walking foot on there, and I'm just going to begin sewing. I do have a whole video on how to use a walking foot, how to get that installed if you're interested. But for the actual sewing, do not pull the fabric or try your hardest not to pull the fabric. Let the machine do the work, especially if you're using that walking foot. You should see that the fabric will move through pretty quickly, and it should sew nice and smooth. Now, if you are working where you only have one side that has those minky dots on it, I would say to sew the smooth side against the feed dogs. That way the dots aren't fighting with the machine, but sometimes that's just not possible. So just take your time and let the machine kind of work its way through. As you can see, sometimes when I was sewing this, I was readjusting my fabric at multiple points, where I would kind of lift up the presser foot, readjust the fabric, then continue with a stitch, readjust the presser foot, and go through. Then once you have it all nice and sewn up, for any of that trimming and finishing touches, you could definitely trim down the seam allowance some. If you're sewing this on a curve, be sure you are clipping those notches, making sure that you have that room, especially when you turn this right side out. This fabric is one that you do not iron though, so iron can actually melt this fabric and it's going to affect those dots that have that unique texture. So if you really feel that like you need to press some sort of seam, you could try a pressing cloth at very low heat with your iron, but I would more just recommend using like a finger press just to kind of move it out. Because this fabric is thicker, you're never going to get like a really smooth texture with it. That's just part of what makes this fabric unique. This fabric is so fun to work with. Let me know what you've made with this fabric, or if you have any other questions that you want to have answered. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.